Happy March. It's March. That means it's Women's History Month. It means it's all about women this month. So outside of February being Black History Month and the month of love, it's just nice to be able to follow up with a month where we can celebrate womanhood and sisterhood. And I'm so excited to talk about sisterhood today. But before I do, make sure you like, subscribe, and click on the notification button so you can keep up with all the latest and greatest. We have an email newsletter that goes out. It is amazing. If you would like to be on the email newsletter, make sure you let us know that as well. And we look forward to just keeping in contact with you. Got so much fun stuff coming up this year. So many dates that have been added, and you can hear about all those amazing things if you are on the email newsletter. So make sure you sign up for that email. So in honor of March being Women's Month, the time that we celebrate and love on each other the most, I really just wanted to talk about sisterhood today. And sisterhood, because sisterhood, I think I'm a good person to talk about sisterhood because it's near and dear to my heart. So I want to talk a little bit about some of my experiences with sisterhood, because I think that for me, March is not just a time to celebrate women, but for me, it's a celebration of sisterhood. And I celebrate women all year long, but March is like where I really try to hug on my sisters and love on them a little bit more so that, they feel like, they're loved on and taken care of. And why I want to talk about sisterhood this month is because for me, I'm celebrating it, and I want you to think about celebrating it too and what that looks like for you. And when I think about sisterhood, I think about my hand, the hand, because the hand, it represents so much. For me, it represents three things that I want to talk about today. It represents the ability to give. An open hand can give something, and an open hand can also receive something. And the third thing an open hand can do is create unity, create community. When you close the hand, it's this sign of togetherness. And I really want to talk about those things. So for my experience with sisterhood, I have to first start from the very beginning. I am the oldest of three girls. So I started my life as a woman, of course, as a girl, without any siblings. And then 6 years later came my middle sister, Cindy. And then 10 years later came my younger sister, Ebony. And for me, the initial part of sisterhood for me was the hand where I was giving, because I was the oldest girl, the oldest of three girls. So I was constantly giving to my sisters, trying to teach them, try to take care of them. I was a little mommy. I was like a co-parent in my family. So I was definitely a leader from early on, and my sisters both can tell you that I always thought I was a boss of them. You're not the boss of me. But I was always giving to them, always nurturing them. So I have early on saw sisterhood as a form of communion and giving and nurturing. For me, sisterhood is really this bond that represents, women who share common experiences, common goals, common values. And so for me early on, that's what it symbolized for me, was trying to help my sisters navigate life and learning from my experiences, trying to protect them from the fall, if you will. That's what it originally meant. And then now I think after leaving home, leaving my sisterhood, where I saw sisterhood really as a form of giving, I went away to college. But then when I went to college, I became a cheerleader, as many of you already know, and created another form of sisterhood with my cheerleader sisters. And then I became a member of sorority, as many of you also know, Delta Sigma Theta sorority, the greatest sorority there is. I became a part of that sisterhood. So for me, college was receiving sisterhood, receiving love, receiving knowledge. This knowledge that I had poured out to my younger sisters, then I started receiving it on the other hand from my big sisters that were my cheerleading sisters, learning the routines, learning what it meant to be a representation of our school and our campus, and what that meant to be a leader. We did not walk on the grass. We cleaned up the university. It was our job to lead and be mentors on the campus as a representation or extension of our university as cheerleaders. Then as a sister in my sorority, my big sisters who brought me into my sorority made sure that I understood what it meant to be a part of Delta Sigma Theta, what it meant to represent that community, and why that was so important. And I learned so much about sisterhood in that, because I learned the other part of sisterhood, which I think is the unity part, this community, making sure that in Delta Sigma Theta, it was a big thing that, public service and sisterhood, to take care of our community, take care of each other, so that we were strong enough to take care of our community. And I'm definitely an extension of that today, where I learned those early experiences taught me so much about what it meant to be in this community and serving the community. What I really see sisterhood now as, other than the experiences and goals and values and all of those shared things, I really see it as a form of solidarity, support, camaraderie. It's really this union of, like, we're unstoppable. I think of the movie Wakanda Forever when I think about it now, this community that I have, because now, I talked about the hand being the receiving, the giving, and the unity. And that's really what I see now as a sisterhood, now as an older woman, a wife, a mother. What I see now in my sisterhood is this community of people who enrich me, who inspire me, who motivate me to do better, to be better. They hold me accountable, and they lift me when I just am done, am exhausted and empty. And so sisterhood for me is so essential to the soul. It is so essential to who we are as women, as mothers, as wives. It's important to have this sisterhood, because my husband is wonderful and he is great, but he does not understand the complexities of being a woman, and more importantly, being a sister, and what this sisterhood bond means. And so I just wanted to make sure I came to you this month, because I want you to celebrate who we are as women, but more importantly, celebrate your sisters, those girls who are in the trenches with you daily, who help, keep you accountable, who help support you, who are aunties to your children when, you can't get to the school on time, when, you're sick. You got a community, I know, that helps you, and I want you to just celebrate sisterhood this month. Do a spa day with your girls, do some lunches. I kick my sisterhood month off with a lunch. Do some of those things to just celebrate you and those women who are so very important and critical to you. All right, thank you. I want to hear your stories about sisterhood. Make sure you send them to me. Send me some comments. Let me know about some amazing ways that you're going to be celebrating your sisterhood communities this month, so that we can do some things together. I look forward to hopefully doing some lunches and some spa days with you guys. So let me know. Put it on my calendar, because I can't wait to do a spa day with some of you guys. So thank you so much. I look forward to continuing to speak with you and celebrate sisterhood. All right, boss babes, queens, sisters, my girls, if you like something I said today about sisterhood, or you can just relate, like, yeah, girl, if it weren't for those aunties in my community, I don't know how I would get it all done. If any of that resonated with you, make sure you like it, subscribe, click on the notification button, share it with a friend. More importantly, share it with your sisters, and click on the link below so you can get the emails and the newsletter, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because that's where all this magic happens there. That's where all the good stuff. We talk about all the stuff we can't talk about on the Instagram. We talk about that in the YouTube. So make sure you do that. And I just want you guys to make sure you celebrate each other. Tell your girlfriends who take care of you, I appreciate you this month. Let's celebrate all month long. It's Women's History Month, but we're going to celebrate women, queens, all of our sisters. Let's just make it all about us this month. We only get 1 month, so let's just make it all about us this month. All right? Talk to you guys soon.